All right. Hello, everybody, to our construction update for the new senior center. This is our second update. At this time, I would like to welcome Mary-Margaret. She's the project manager for Mosier Construction, and she's going to handle our update for us.
Oh, good. Nice to have you guys.
All right. I'm going to start. I have some pictures. I'm going to start with, so we can see some of the progression. If you can explain a little bit of kind of what was going on during some of these photos.
Yeah, so this is at the beginning of the phase, probably I think early April, late April, early May, where we're excavating out for the basement. And that swimming pool there you can see off to the left was where it's the areaway where a lot of all the main your HVAC system's going to come through. The lighter area to the right of that or left of that is where all the major equipment for the building, the emergency generator is going to sit back there. The RTU, both RTU systems. So then that enters the building at that pool area. But yeah, right now that's just the access ramp down to get to the basement foundation and get our walls into the basement.
All right. Then let's see, those two. Here's kind of the next photo.
Yeah, so this one you can see we got the walls going in the basement. Our last wall, we had left the south side up with for the access point to get down in and out. Over there in the middle, you can see the masons. They're laying up the elevator shaft. Yep, right there. And then we're also, you can see on the back corner where that swimming pool was, the formwork on that area. We're pouring that wall to get that done. That was our second to last wall poured for the basement.
That's
so a little further along, you can see all the basements backfilled now. Up to actually only up to 5 foot, so it's halfway backfilled. Major structural steel was getting set. You can see the main columns going across the middle there for the precast to bear on. And really after that, at this point, the next couple days, we would start sending the structural steel that goes around the outside of the building.
all right.
So this picture was as of last week. You can see the structural steel set. We got the topping on, the precast. Area 3, which we're calling Area 3, is the dining area and the kitchen. So would be the top of this picture, the big open area. And then Area 2 is the dark brown area, which is actually going to be your coffee lounge in the main corridor coming up through here. Those actually, we got that poured, yes, last Friday was that coffee lounge slab pour. We're pouring the Area 3 with the kitchen and dining area on this Friday. So you can see that the site's actually kind of opening up now that we got it backfilled. Getting a little bit more lay down area for materials. Yeah, there's just a lot. We got a lot of stuff going on.
And I think this one is the last one. There you go.
Is the flange on the bottom 6 inches?
Were you able to see this one okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go to the next. Yeah, go to the next one.
Which would be, we just did that one. Not the same one. So we have that one. Is that one the better one?
It hasn't switched for us yet. There
Oh.
it is.
It switched
There
on
we
my
go.
end. There.
We got it now.
Is that better?
Yep, so you can see, here's kind of like an angle of how you would be entering the building. The entryway is off of Grove Street. So then one of the main entryways is right behind that pickup truck. And then also over behind the mortar blender, you can see in the front corner here. Those would be the main entryways to the dark brown area. That slab, like I said, was poured last week, so we got a slab done there. The area over back where you see the orange boom lifts, that area is now, the exterior sheathing is done on that, and we're getting ready to put the air barrier on, which keeps all the moisture and air vapor out of the building. It's kind of your weather protection. And then we're wrapping around kind of counterclockwise around the building, sheeting the outside of the building. I guess we can go to the questions.
Yeah.
This up as well.
Yeah. So we can go to the questions now, Holly.
Okay. So what are some of the next phases of construction and what's it going to look like?
Yeah, if you can put the picture back up so people can see as I'm
The last
talking.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Did
So
it pop up on your end?
kind of where we're at now. You can the second floor, you can't see through there yet, but has metal decking on it, and we actually poured the second floor, concrete floor, so you can walk up on the second floor now. And then also all of the decking for the coffee area is complete. So right now, up and coming, we're doing the air barrier around the sheeting, exterior sheeting. We're studding the outside of the building, going counterclockwise to get the exterior walls up. And then obviously sheeting that, and then going into, you're gonna start seeing brick being laid in the next 3 weeks. So we start bricking the outside of the building, along with next week we're going to be flying in trusses for the roof, to get the roof on top, and then following that would be sheeting the roof and putting shingles on to get the building enclosed. Right now we're laying out interior walls, core drilling through the slabs to get all the plumbing, electrical, gas lines all through the floors into the utility. Obviously your kitchen's done, but your bathrooms, all the bathrooms in there, and any of the kitchenette break rooms and stuff. So let's see what else we got up there. That's
When will the large machines be removed?
Now what are you guys considering large? The cranes are gone. We're gonna have a crane back out here in a week to set the trusses. We gotta have the crane to set the trusses. But as far as like those orange boom lifts you see in the picture there up on the left side, we'll have those until the project ends. So just to get up due to the gutters. I mean, any roof work, and it'd be setting windows on the second floor. We'll need those, which is, I wouldn't say a large piece of equipment, but yeah, we'll have a crane out here for 1 more week, and then we'll be done with cranes.
How long does the interior finishes take?
So right now, usually we're gonna start phase them out, but it'll take 2 months to get all the interior work done. I mean, when you look at interior finishes, I'm just considering, paint, get your floor done, you get your base done, and then you get your ceiling capped off, and that stuff goes by quick. It's all the stuff that goes behind that, in the walls, above the ceiling, the actual guts of the building with your MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing is what takes the time. So yeah, 2 months.
Okay. How many different subcontractors do you have on the site at one time?
So currently we have 6 subcontractors. We're gonna get more and more every day. Our max contractors on site is probably gonna be 13 to 15 contractors once we get into site work, asphalting. We're gonna have interior work going on. All when we get down to upcoming here in about 2-3 months.
Is it hard to manage all of those groups?
No, we got just really the big thing is communication. We have a contractors meeting where all parties come. We meet on Tuesdays and go through each person's work progression. Where are they at? Are they falling behind? Are they ahead of schedule? Are they waiting on something else from another contractor, and kind of work through all those conflicts if there's any. Kind of also site logistics and safety, go through all of that, so then everyone knows what they're doing and can get their work done and work safely.
Do extra costs come into play when constructing the new building?
Yeah, so usually there's always some kind of cost. If it was perfect when it was bid, then really good job on the engineers. There's a lot of stuff that right now on our job that the only additional costs that we've incurred really has been unknowns, items that kind of we knew the soils, but that was a big hurdle. We got through that. And that's I don't think once you start digging is when you're going to find that stuff out. You can only, do so many samples and so many tests and look at your soil borings and you have an idea of the soil, but until you start digging, so yeah, there has been a little bit of cost that I definitely think working with Jim and Denise, so we've minimized in the architectural firm, we've minimized a lot of additional costs just due to, good coordination between the trades, which we're not having to do any rework, which minimizes costs and schedule time. So yeah.
I wonder if she's out. Did we lose you, Holly?
Yeah, just log on.
Okay, so what was the next question? Let's see. I'm here too, so I'm going to take over for Holly until she can get back on. Let's see.
Next 2 months.
The next 1 to 2 months at the construction site. What will the next 1 to 2 months at the construction site look like?
We're gonna start getting real busy. As we've been busy, but yeah, we're gonna be setting trusses. It's gonna be a huge key. We're gonna be sheeting the exterior of the building. We're gonna be putting brick on the exterior of the building, putting shingles on. Get our measurements for our windows so we can get the building enclosed. That's going to be really huge, racing the weather on that. And really starting our in-wall rough-in with electric and plumbing.
Okay, and what has been the most enjoyable part of this construction project?
This is a good project. Obviously, I like working with Jim and Denise. They're really great to work with, along with Jeff as the architect with Duke. I think it's a really good construction management team. There's a lot of good communication between all of us, which makes for an enjoyable project. The other thing is it's a really neat building. There's a lot of different aspects of it where usually some buildings are just, you got a concrete slab and then stud walls and a roof, and it's pretty plain Jane. But this one is, you got a nice concrete wall basement, which is good construction, precast, and you got brick and then shingle. There's 3 different roof systems. So you got rubber membrane roof, there's a metal roof, and then they got shingles. So, there's usually just one roof system, but now there's 3 on this building. There's brick, you got architectural precast, which is like the, I guess, how would you say it? Just like more of an architectural effect to the outside of the building, along with EIFS. So there's, 2 different materials on the exterior of the building, but then you get inside, there's 5 different flooring types. So there's a lot of stuff finish wise. I'm really excited about the glass handrail around the atrium. That's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be really pretty when it's done. Just kind of when you enter the building and you're looking across from sitting down at the coffee table, you're able to see, just the glass all the way through. It's really cool. And then, you got a full kitchen. You can't leave the kitchen out. That's a lot of equipment coordination in there. And just getting that right. So, it's a really neat constructability as far as construction. There's a lot of fingers in the pot, and it's going to be a really nice building when it's done.
At this time, we want to open it up to anybody who has questions. If you want to unmute yourself at this point. If you have any questions.
When are the trusses going to be put in place?
So trusses are getting delivered to site on Monday. This coming Monday. So the next 2 weeks, starting the 31st, be done the 14th, setting trusses.
That would be fun to see.
Yeah, it's going to be. We got actually our pre-install meeting to go through safety, logistics, quality of work, what materials being used, how all the details come together. It's Monday as well before we start that install, so everyone knows what they're doing prior to getting out there and doing the work.
Cool.
Although we will get that thing anywhere. This could very well take all night.
Hey, Theo, stop. Can we just sit down and talk?
Does anybody else have any questions for Mary-Margaret?
Shoot.
You tell me why you're so nervous.
So.
No, I just don't understand what's going on. It's hard when you look at pictures and nothing's done and nothing's enclosed. I think maybe once walls go up, then it's just like when you're building a house. You really can't tell what's going on until the walls are going up and the floors are down.
Yeah.
And then you can look and you say, oh, that's a bedroom and that's the kitchen, I think until you guys get to that point, it just looks like a bunch of steel and beams and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So actually, this week we laid out all the interior walls, and then actually being able to see an exterior wall on a building or on the dining room, it's coming to form. I definitely agree with you. Yeah, we got a big pit in the ground and there's concrete.
Yeah.
But now, we got our second floor poured. There's just there's a ton of stuff that goes into that. As far as, once you get the walls up and you put, like I said earlier, you just put a piece of drywall on it. It doesn't matter what the drywall looks like. It matters if the stuff in the wall work, Yeah. So we gotta, laying out the bathroom sinks, all the lighting conduit and the security system, the speakers and visual sounds, there's a lot of those components that, we have all the layout and all the meetings, it's all coordinated, so now it's just really build. So, you're gonna be seeing a huge difference these next 2 months. You're gonna be like, wow, you guys got to build a building in 2 months, but no,
Yeah. So is the plan on having everything enclosed before winter gets here?
oh yeah,
That way you'll start on working on the inside?
yeah, so we're kind of doing both. We definitely are racing the weather. It's always a thing. Especially we've been lucky, had a really good summer.
Yeah.
So we're definitely racing, obviously, getting our exterior walls up, getting the roof on. And then at that point, once we get the brick and the exterior walls up, we have to measure the rough openings for the windows to get those released. So that's coming up here. October, first week of October is when we're going to be measuring windows. So
Wow.
that means all the walls are complete by then.
Oh,
And then the windows the material's already in shop, ready to go, just need cut to the correct size. So, yep, I pray every night, you guys pray every night that there's good fall.
yes. Well, I think it'll be neat when you drive down South Grove or down Maple and or Buttonwood, and you can actually look at it and say, oh, their walls are up and the ceilings are on and the roof is on. Then it'll look like a building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any other questions? No.
Nope.
Well, I want to thank Mary-Margaret. Thank you so much for updating us and providing the photos and spending this time with us. And we will look forward to our next construction update.
Yep, thank you guys. Hopefully I have a building
Thank
right.
you.
You'll see your building next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, it sure looks different today from the first time we seen it, when the